My name is J.V. Murty. I'm the Chief Executive Officer of Ashoka Group of Institutions. Ashoka Group has an engineering college, an architecture college, and a business school. 2020 has been declared by Telangana as the year of artificial intelligence. JNTU fittingly has introduced several courses in the arena. There is a BTech program in computer science with artificial intelligence and machine learning specialization. There is another BTech program in electronics and computer engineering with data science as a specialization. We at Ashoka are offering both the programs. We invite students who are interested in taking up these technological courses and embrace into a grand future. To just make people aware of what these programs are and make them understand what we're talking about, we have an elite panel here. Let me introduce the panel members who have come all the way for this discussion today. We have Shri Shawket Hussain there. He is the former Joint Director, Department of IT, Government of Telangana, presently the CEO of Tech Indus. Welcome, sir.
Thank you.
We have Mr. Anubhav Tiwari, who is the head Deep Tech Incubator from the IIIT Hyderabad. Mr. Anubhav, welcome to you. Thank you for coming here. And then we have Dr. Pavan Kumar, Focus Area Lead Consultant, Data Science from Tata Consultancy Services. Thank you, Pavan, sir, for coming here and blessing us here. The panel discussion goes like this. I will be the facilitator and I'll be asking a few questions and seek their expert opinions here. Can I start with Pavan, sir? So first, can you tell us what is, for a layman, for a student who has just passed the 12th standard, what are AI and ML, what is data science, are all these related?
Okay. First of all, thanking to you as well as to Ashoka Group Education Institutions. To be honest, whatever we are talking about, AI, DS or ML in nowadays, we are experiencing and practicing since the ages. To be very clear on the definitions, AI stands for the artificial intelligence.
Yes, sir.
If you are talking about intelligence, we all know about human intelligence. So how this artificial intelligence is the science, how you can mimic the human intelligence through the help of a computer program or computer algorithm or certain machine algorithms which are defined by machine learning language. Okay. When I am talking about machine learning language, it stands for the ML in general acronym, whatever we are using right now. So machine learning is, by name itself, the machines will learn on its own by giving an algorithms to them.
Wonderful.
So if you give some data to machines, machines should have that intelligence itself as a built-in, and then it will learn the data or learn the algorithms or learn the patterns from the data and give some output to us. Being said, all this AI and ML applications are here. The underlying platform for all these is your data science.
Okay.
This data science is not new. This data science actually is nothing but statistics, which was coined by Professor C.F. Jeff Wu way back in 1997 when he is delivering a lecture in some of the Michigan University, if I am not wrong. In Michigan University, so for the first time, this word data science. Correct. He wants to a catchy word for the statistics, which is using by the people since the ages. So he thought of numeral science or numeric theory, etc., and he landed up for the word data science.
Great.
Be it machine learning or AI, all the algorithms which are defining to train their data with the help of machines, is the basis of the data science. So in one sense, these all are very much intertwined. You cannot separate one from the other.
Wonderful.
One from the other. So you need to learn as a package. I can say a package.
That's very good.
So that's how I interpret all these things.
Fantastic, sir. That's very good. You have set up the platform and then made us clear about what is artificial intelligence, what is machine learning, and what is data science. And by saying that they're all more or less the same, but different applications, different uses. Thank you so much. But I'll come to our friend from IIIT, Mr. Tiwari. A lot of students have this question for this AI and ML. Since you come from a top institute, you're the best person to answer this. Why a 4 year degree? Why not do a small course? I do a mechanical engineering and do a small course. Why specifically now even the government or everybody is encouraging us to do a 4 year degree? What's the benefit for an intermediate student if he joins these 4 year degrees?
Interesting question. So, I mean, I would break it down to this level where you know what it's like saying that why do I need to learn grammar if I have to form a sentence? If you get to that basics, it is like, so the programs that you're talking about are already available where it's a short program, a short-term program giving people insights on what. So those kind of programs are for industry people like who have been in the industry working for several years, and now this new technology or new domain has been introduced. So a short-term course can give them a brief, but if you are now building your career in that particular domain, your knowledge and expertise should be there. Like it's saying, without computer science, how would you get into AI and ML and the other subdomains of artificial intelligence that we are talking about here? So of course, a 4 year degree is needed, or else why would this education system exist? Right now, all the top institutes, including that of yours, has BTech programs. But is it like can you ask somebody to get a BTech in 1 month? No, it's not possible. There is a structure to it, a step by step learning, and that's how you go there. For even in any algorithm that you need for AI, Python is needed, computer science is needed. So it's a very basic thing, and I don't think that any short-term course will help these students to excel in their careers when they are planning their career completely into AI/ML. Those short-term programs are for industry professionals who need to just understand what overall it covers and try to connect the dot with what their knowledge is and where the market is going.
That's wonderful. So he's clearly saying that the 4 year degrees are beneficial to students who are coming out into graduation or undergraduation programs more than the soft courses, which are more for the industry people. Point well taken, sir. Sir, I come to you. You have been the joint director for the government of Telangana and you are now yourself heading as the CEO of the tech industry. This is the second wave for computers. In fact, the first wave, the software wave, was around 30 years ago. Folks in India realized that they've been able to scale software, and I think AI and ML is an extension of the software development. What are the opportunities for the students who graduate in these specialized courses when they come out?
First of all, thank you, sir, and thanks to
Welcome, sir.
Ashoka Group of Institution for organizing this seminar. And before I talk about the opportunities, we should also know that where these opportunities coming from. Just to give you a brief, we have about 900,000 logins that are made every minute on Facebook. About 450,000 Twitter tweets are being made every minute. Close to 15 million text messages that are being sent every minute. We have about 156 million emails that are exchanged every minute. And then there are 3 million Google search that is done every minute. This whole thing is being done in just 60 seconds time. Now if you translate this, we have about 44 zettabyte of data that is there today on the internet arena, which is on the digital space. Now the whole AI, ML, deep learning and data sciences, this entire computer science branches lies around the data. As said by Sri Mukesh Ambani in the earlier last couple of years back, data is the new oil. So the whole application revolves around data. So that is where the fountainhead of opportunities. Now, where the opportunity? What are the kind of opportunity? Let me tell you, there are multiple levels of opportunities and multiple segments of opportunities. You have opportunities for using AI applications in automotive sector, healthcare sector, social media, one of the largest user, education, entertainment, gaming, serious gaming. These are the areas where a lot of opportunities are coming up. And These are some of the areas where new opportunities are going to come up, and it is coming up.
Very interesting to know that billions of searches happen in a minute on Google, and then so much of data. And you're talking about ZB, no more MB and KB and all. So gigabytes is what you're talking about.
Yes,
It's
44.
stunning. In fact, he started with statistics and you're ending with statistics first round. Actually, that's brilliant. So can I come back to you with a question? And a lot of students, when they come to an undergraduation degree, they kind of think on what is the basics that are required for me. And you have talked about statistics to begin with. That's where, in Ann Arbor, probably University of Michigan, the word has been coined. Fantastic. So, do you think it is necessary to have a math background in plus 2 level to join in the BTech in these AI and ML courses? Maths background or specific statistics or probability or calculus? What background do you think is necessary?
Very interesting, Murty. See, when you are asking this question, first of all, I really surprised. Any student can come into BTech without having maths. They have to take APC in their plus two, right? So definitely maths will be an added advantage for the learning of AI, ML, and TS courses. Because if you are talking about data science, which I just spoke about, the platform or the underneath, so algorithms which are derived from the statistics, they are nothing but a mathematical equation.
Correct.
If you are talking about the data science, where mathematics stops, for me, being a statistician, I may be a little bit partial towards statistics. But the thing is, for me, whatever my experience says, for me, I am visualizing statistics is the science where mathematics stops. Why I am saying this one is, see, mathematics will give you a profound equation which suits to your given situation, where it is missing what if situation. That means a random factor.
Okay.
That random factor will be calculated through your statistical methods. Having said all these things, I am saying that where max stops, statistics starts, right? That means statistics is an integral part of mathematics.
Correct.
Unless you have a mathematical background in you or mathematical thinking at you, it will be very difficult for you get into a data science curriculum.
Wonderful.
And hence it is leading to you understanding problems for your artificial intelligence or machine learning algorithms or applications. So for all these things, in nutshell, what I am trying to say here is a minimum basic mathematics with real analysis as well as the algebraic equations methodologies is basic need for anybody to start your journey of data science.
Wonderful. That's great. What he's saying, if I put in other words, is that it's just not sufficient to have good marks in mathematics subject, but you have basic understanding of
Yeah.
mathematics in several areas and statistics where we are not using it. COVID numbers today, if you're talking about, everywhere statistics.
Yes.
Full United States of America depends on statistics today for anything and everything. That's great, sir.
Yeah.
So students must have a maths background, preferably good background in all the mathematical areas to understand and start with these programs. So can I come back to you? A lot of programs in engineering, they say that for an architecture program, you need a lot of creativity. For certain program, these programs, AI and ML, these students, do they require special creativity or special skills to pursue these courses? You have in IIIT some of the best students.
So it's not about special creativity that is needed for these courses. I mean, had that been the case, that would have been one other eligibility criteria for someone to come and join these programs.
Oh yes.
So it is more about your zeal to learn, and zeal to learn not only on around your academics, but yeah, go ahead, explore more researches, explore more content around these programs, and try implementing from your first year or second year level itself in few small projects which gives you a practical application of what you are currently learning. So if you apply that kind of learning experience in your academics, that is how exactly will make it more intriguing for the student itself, and also the interest will keep growing with time. So it's not about any special creativity, but yeah, to get out of the bookish knowledge, more practical implementation of what you are learning from your academic curriculum, and going ahead and exploring how you are connecting that learning to the market outside. because at the end that's where your final goal is to reach. So the connection between the academia, what you are learning, and what is in the trend is something that students should be updated about. Yeah.
That's great. So skills are required.
Yes.
Additional skills are required, but the student should be connected with what is he doing.
Yeah.
And you're talking about not just the students. If I take a point from you, colleges have a responsibility to create experiential learning to the student. More than just giving it as a syllabus.
Yes.
You have to have labs, you have to have infrastructure, you have to have all those facilities for the students to experience the learning. Am I right, sir?
Yes.
That's
completely
great.
agree with you.
So it's a point for us also, not just for the students to really know it. So coming back to you, Dr. Narayan Murty, CEO of Great Infosys, he told some time back that India is producing several engineers, but the employability skills are not very, very high. And he's particularly talking about the communication skills, ability to gel in a team or lead from the front. He was referring to this, and he was putting it, not even 20% have that kind of skills. Now, with people coming to new age courses like this, do you think that their communication skills, English skills, they have to be good necessarily, or these are back end jobs, it doesn't make a difference kind of thing?
See, today for any job, you need to have English communication skill, especially in a job like data science and any computer related job. You need to have effective communication skills. I'm not talking about the British accent or the American accent, but you should definitely have a good English speaking skills. For the very reason, see what happens is when a company gets a job on AI application or be that any application, the way it works is the process is made understood by the client to the company, and when client is making understand the process, at that point of time they had say about 10-15 members of that company which is taking up the project, and these 10-15 members are the core people who are on the developer side, who are on the coding side, who are on the analyst side. They have to understand the entire project and then execute it. And the whole system of communication happens in English. So basic English speaking ability, basic communication skills are mandatory for a profession like artificial intelligence or be that any communication engineering branch. English is important.
Point well taken, sir. At Ashoka, we are making it a 360 degrees kind of communication skills program for them. It is just not given as a separate course, but we are going to give it throughout. Every time that we find a student, there are mentors for the student, and the mentors find out how good is his communication skills, and we are concentrating that. Thanks for emphasizing the point and then strengthening our stand in this particular point of view. Excellent, sir. Thanks for the inputs that you all have given. Just for the benefit of some of those people who are from a rural background and don't understand English, particularly for those parents, I would like to sum it up in Telugu for a minute if you all don't have any objection. ఇక్కడ JNTU వాళ్ళు బీటెక్ కంప్యూటర్ సైన్స్ విత్ ఆర్టిఫిషియల్ ఇంటెలిజెన్స్ మెషిన్ లెర్నింగ్ అనే స్పెషలైజేషన్తో ఒక 4 సంవత్సరాల బీటెక్ ప్రోగ్రామ్ స్టార్ట్ చేశారు. అట్లాగే బీటెక్ ఎలక్ట్రానిక్స్ అండ్ కమ్యూనికేషన్స్ ఇంజనీరింగ్లో ఒక డేటా సైన్స్ ప్రోగ్రామ్, బీటెక్ ఆనర్స్ ప్రోగ్రామ్ అని స్టార్ట్ చేశారు. ఈ రెండు చాలా కొత్త ప్రోగ్రామ్స్. చాలామంది కంప్యూటర్ సైన్స్, మెకానికల్, సివిల్ ఇవే వింటారు కానీ కొత్త ప్రోగ్రామ్స్ వినలేదు. కానీ ఫ్యూచర్ వీటికి మనకున్న ఎక్స్పర్ట్ ప్యానల్ మెంబర్స్ ఇక్కడ 3 వచ్చారు. ఒకసారి టీసీఎస్ నుంచి వచ్చారు, ఈయన IIIT హైదరాబాద్ నుంచి వచ్చారు. ఆయన జాయింట్ డైరెక్టర్ తెలంగాణ గవర్నమెంట్కి పనిచేశారు ఇదివరకు, ఇప్పుడు ఒక CEO. సో వీళ్ళందరూ ఒపీనియన్ ప్రకారం ఇంటర్మీడియట్లో మ్యాథమెటిక్స్ ఉండి మ్యాథమెటిక్స్ మీద కొద్దిగా అవగాహన ఉన్న ప్రతి స్టూడెంట్ కూడా ఈ కోర్స్ చేయగలరు. ఈ కోర్స్ చేయడానికి ఒక సిలబస్ లాగా బట్టి పడడం కాకుండా దాన్ని మనం పూర్తిగా నేర్చుకోవాలి, ప్రాక్టికల్గా నేర్చుకోవాలి, ఒక కళలాగా నేర్చుకోవాలి తప్ప ఏదో ఒక విద్యలా చదవడం కాకుండా నేర్చుకుంటే బాగుంటుంది. ఏ కాలేజీలో అయితే ఒక ఇన్ఫ్రాస్ట్రక్చర్, ఫెసిలిటీస్ ఇవన్నీ ఉన్నాయో, ఎవరైతే ఆ స్టూడెంట్కి కమ్యూనికేషన్ స్కిల్స్ కూడా, ఇంగ్లీష్ భాష మీద పట్టు, కమ్యూనికేషన్ స్కిల్స్ ఈ రెండు కూడా నేర్పగలుగుతారో అటువంటి కాలేజీల్లో ఈ ప్రోగ్రామ్ చేస్తే చాలా బాగుంటుంది. దీనికి ఇంకా అంతులేనన్ని ఆపర్చునిటీస్ ఉన్నాయి. సార్ చాలా ఆపర్చునిటీస్ చెప్పారు. ప్రతి ఫీల్డ్లోని ఒక విద్యారంగం అవనివ్వండి, ఒక అగ్రికల్చర్ అవనివ్వండి, ఒక హెల్త్ సెక్టర్ అవనివ్వండి, ఒక ఎంటర్టైన్మెంట్ సెక్టర్ అవనివ్వండి, గేమింగ్ ఇండస్ట్రీ అవనివ్వండి, అన్ని సెక్టర్స్లోని ఒకటి అని లేకుండా ప్రతి సెక్టర్లోని కూడా ఆర్టిఫిషియల్ ఇంటెలిజెన్స్, మెషిన్ లెర్నింగ్, డేటా సైన్సెస్ అనే వాటికి అప్లికేషన్స్ ఉన్నాయి. మన సార్ చెప్పింది ఏంటంటే 3 కూడా ఇంటర్ రిలేటెడ్. ఇదేం ఒక దాంట్లో తీసేయడానికి లేదు, కానీ దేని స్పెషాలిటీ దానికి ఉంచుకుంటూ ప్రతిదీ నేర్చుకుంటూ ముందుకెళ్తే ఆ విద్యార్థికి బంగారు భవిష్యత్తు ఉంటుందని అందరూ చెప్తున్నారు. నౌ వీఆర్ గోయింగ్ ఇన్ టు ద another round of questions. These are very interesting questions. Can I come to you, Mr. Tiwari, to begin with? India is the third largest startup ecosystem in the world. 3 to 4 startups coming here every day. We believe India has a major advantage over other countries in terms of talent, vibrant startup ecosystem, strong IT services, and an offshoring industry to harness the power of artificial intelligence. Can students who pursue these courses become entrepreneurs, or there is less scope for becoming entrepreneurs here? What is your opinion, sir?
Very interesting question, Mr. Murty. So, see, the mindset needs to change. I mean, a student taking up entrepreneurship in India, most of the decision making are done by parents. So, if he or she is deciding to get into entrepreneurship, the support should be from the family level first. Because when the whole corporate bandwagon comes, everybody wants to join that and go for placements and all. So it's little difficult when it comes to the mindset. Now, talking about whether do we have such support ecosystem, definitely we have. We have bunch of programs all across India. In Hyderabad itself, we have 42 incubators, government registered incubator, which can help. Now, from the oldest of the like IIITs to T-Hub to ISB, all these big institutions have their own, and the government here itself is like supporting a lot of innovation boom. So definitely there is a lot of opportunity. Definitely students can start, and as you mentioned initially that this year the Telangana AI year has been decided. So a government taking so much of initiative in deep tech innovation, and students coming out of fresh grads coming out of engineering should the only problem there is which can be a problem, or it's part of the parcel, is that you don't get that immediate income and other things. You have to try hard. Entrepreneurship is not like a 1-year gig or a 2-year gig. You have to keep innovating, keep tweaking, keep iterating till you get to that mark, and it doesn't stop there. It's like you have to be innovative and be in line with where the current market scenario is going. So now talking about students getting this kind of support, there are entrepreneur in residence programs, and there are student entrepreneur program where colleges are funding these student projects and then commercializing that. Then there is tech research commercialization, where tech academic research can be commercialized into a product and then taken to market. So yeah, definitely there is a lot of opportunity if a student wants to take up entrepreneurship as a career option. And yes, we do have such ecosystem, and especially Hyderabad is like right now booming with such kind of infrastructure and support system.
Great. Incubator is the word you're talking about. We have an incubator here in our place also. We call it as A Hub, Ashoka Hub, like the T Hub.
Yeah.
We are funded by T-Hub for some activities, in fact.
Great.
So we do a lot of funding here. And if any student is interested in becoming an entrepreneur, we have the incubators, we have the people. In fact, we have a dedicated PhD, Dr. Hafiz Basha, who takes care of the A-Hub and who takes care of the students hand in hand. He handholds them and takes them forward. If anybody is interested in entrepreneurship, we have a special director for these programs.
Great.
So thank you for giving that information, and then we are good with this. So, can I come to you now?
Yeah.
Recently, Mr. Sundar Pichai, who is an out-and-out Indian and heading the Google now, had a meeting with our Prime Minister, Mr. Narendra Modi, and he has announced $10 billion for digitization. Particularly, he's talked more about the farmers and the youth, both. His money is going to benefit these people. And a lot of announcements have come in the recent past that several other peoples are going to come forward. This is just the tip of the iceberg. Many more people are here to fund these kinds of programs. Is this going to bring a big change in the way we look at AI and ML or data science or any of those further to come technological programs, and the students who are going to pursue that?
See, if you have recently seen the news item on Reliance Jio, Jio has raised about 150,000 crores to expand its digital operations in India. So there are about 13 such large corporations which has invested into Reliance Jio. That includes your Google, Facebook, Qualcomm, and many other venture capital companies. Now, if you're seeing the trend, more and more investments are coming on the digital platform for the very reason that I'll just give you a little background. The whole artificial intelligence industry is currently pegged at 62 billion US dollar worldwide. It is growing at the rate over 50%. It's at 52, 53% it is growing. By 2025, by the time first batch comes out, by 2025, the industry is anticipated to reach a level of 350 billion US dollar. That's the level of industry. So there will be many more such investments that will be coming in. Not just the Google or the Reliance Geo. Very soon, 5G is being rolled out. 5G entirely depends on AI applications. And the best part of 5G is it's going to be 100% Indian 5G. Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan. And it's going to be right from the manufactured item to people skill sets that are being that will be taken into the 5G rollout is going to be Indian, and the talent which is right from this place. So that way, I mean, there will be many more things that will be coming up. I'll tell you, with the advance of the way the industry is advancing, progressing, we are given to understand that 70% of the global corporations, including the AMDs, Intel, Nvidia, the chip makers, the social media companies like the Twitters, the e-commerce companies like Amazon, Flipkart, everyone are going to be using artificial intelligence to provide better computer services. So that's the way the industry will be going in the next 4 or 5 years, and it will continue to grow. And what I see is huge opportunity coming up, and it is just the beginning. As you rightly asked, it's the tip of the iceberg, and there's many more things that we are going to see.
Thank you, sir. I mean, it's the tip of the iceberg, absolutely. And the kind of numbers that you're talking about, the statistics that you're giving are just mind boggling. The kind of numbers, if that's true, $350 billion and all such kinds of things is happening. And the game is open for all the youngsters. I feel like going back to my school days and joining into this AI and ML programs, in fact. That's how interesting it is. So wonderful to know all these. And you're proving that data science is depending on statistics more and more and more. The way you are churning out your statistics and the numbers that are there. So one final question to you, and let me come to you in this. Uh, Several top government officials, several experts in the field have pointed out that AI and ML are just not related to just one technology or ITES. It is not services alone. They're talking about agriculture, healthcare, education. We have seen the way Baizu advertises on the TV today. Education, human resources management, finance. We're talking about cyber security. We're talking about bitcoins. How significant will AI and ML in these fields in the times to come? In where, what are the fields? What are the opportunities for the students? Probably you can take that, sir.
Oh, in this current scenario, probably this is a very valid question, because the people who are losing their jobs or who are in this current COVID situations, this is one of the areas where it is promising and prominently coming up for a job opportunity for the job seeker, to be honest. And when you are talking about the implementations of AI or ML or DS in our daily life, to me, sky is only the limit.
Okay.
Don't limit them with only certain domains like healthcare or education or finance, whatever it is. So sky is only the limit for me. The only thing is here you need to think in the direction of how the customer is thinking about a particular or how he is perceiving for his problem. Let us say, to be honest, as the last evening only, I have a friend who is principal for Kendriya Vidyalaya schools in somewhere Karimnagar, somewhere else. So I just spoke to him yesterday, and as you all know, we are now in online courses class, online training classes for each and every school or college. Everybody is taking about, right? So we are just discussing how they are doing these online courses, and he is talking about Google Meet, etc., etc. Then I am just giving a suggestion. Why don't we put our pitch for the Sundar Pichai, who is Google CEO, to develop an interface for your KV Sangadan itself, for the KV classes itself only. So what I am trying to say here is, you take out a situation from your life, be it healthcare or education or finance or whatever it is, and you can find a solution for the from our AI, ML or DS spectrum. Why I am saying this is, when I am saying artificial intelligence, that itself is talking about intelligence. You are mimicking the intelligence of humans through your machines.
Machines.
So it is no limited that this is only the applicability for you. If you are taking the agriculture nowadays, with your liberty, I am taking a few words in Telugu for agriculture.
Sure, please.
Because our people are from rural.
Correct.
And
Please.
saying everything. సో వ్యవసాయాన్ని తీసుకుంటే మీరు అగ్రికల్చర్లో ఏ ఆర్టిఫిషియల్ ఇంటెలిజెన్స్ని ఎక్కడ యూజ్ చేయొచ్చు. Let us say we are talking about IoTs. I have written one research paper on this one. IoTs అని చెప్పి మనం అనుకుంటున్నాం, ఇంటర్నెట్ ఆఫ్ థింగ్స్ అని చెప్పి. సో మీకు ఫలసాయాన్ని మీకు నేల మీద ఆధారపడి ఉంటుంది. సో మీకు ఆ నేల మీద ఆధారపడిన ఫలసాయానికి మీకు నేలలోని తేమ అనేది ఒక ఫ్యాక్టర్. ఆ ఫ్యాక్టర్ నేలలోని తేమ ఎక్కువైతే మీ మొక్కలు చచ్చిపోతాయి, అంటే మీకు ఫలసాయం రాదు, మీకు పంట రాదు. సో ఈ నేలలోని మొక్కల్ని ఈ ఇంటర్నెట్ ఆఫ్ థింగ్స్ అనే ఒక టెక్నాలజీ ద్వారా ఎట్లా మనం మానిటర్ చేయొచ్చు అనే దాని మీద నేను కొంచెం రీసెర్చ్ చేశాను. సో దిస్ ఈస్ వన్ ఆఫ్ ది ఏరియా వేర్ యూ కెన్ ఇంప్లిమెంట్ ది IoTs for your agricultural field.
Great.
If you are taking the healthcare nowadays, we are all going through the pandemic of COVID-19. So just yesterday or day before yesterday, I had read one of the articles. In one of the countries, they have developed the application through AI by looking at the X-rays or some of the related reports, medical reports. Can we guess the potential patient for the COVID-19? So that is one of the possibilities. And second thing is, if you are going for the cyber security, in cyber security, with your artificial intelligence and machine learning applications like deep learning or neural network, convolutional neural network, or slowly popping up, deep CNN, all these will talk you about the face recognition softwares. Why we require this face recognition softwares? It is very much important in these type of situations where we don't know from where the threat from terrorists or some other non-social elements are coming up, right? So to combat that situations, all these things would be a best examples to apply through AI, ML or TS.
Great, sir, great.
So that's why you cannot separate your lives. Nowadays, that is how the new normal for me. Being a statistician or being a data scientist, that is the new normal for me. Like, we cannot separate ourselves from these three spectrum. So మనకి గోయింగ్ ఫార్వర్డ్ అంటే వచ్చే కాలంలో ఈ మూడింటిని ML, AI అండ్ డేటా సైన్స్, ఈ మూడింటి కాంబినేషన్తో చదివిన స్టూడెంట్కి చదివినా అంటే ఊరికే పేపర్లు చదివేసి అలా చదివేసి కాదండి. దే హ్యావ్ టు రీడ్ and they have to understand what the algorithm is and what it is talking to you.
Practical knowledge.
Practical knowledge తో కలిపి కూడా ఉన్న స్టూడెంట్స్ కి డెఫినెట్ గా they have a career. They need not worry about that. I am assuring that.
Yeah.
Thanks, Murty.
Thank you so much, Dr. Pavan. We have come to the conclusion of this very, very interesting and elite plan panel discussion. I thank Mr. Shawket, Mr. Anubhav Tiwari, and Dr. Pavan for taking your time and coming here and then enlightening our would-be students. Friends, మీరందరూ చూశారు, you have all seen the discussions here today. It is very, very, very rewarding to get into a program like BTech in Artificial Intelligence and Machine Learning or BTech with Data Sciences. In fact, all are more or less same. They are like cousins of each other. So you can pursue any of the program, but you have to master it. 3-4 qualities చెప్పారు ఇక్కడ ఉన్న వాళ్ళందరూ కూడా. Number 1 is you have to have an interest in the subject and have to have a mathematics background and understand mathematics. Come here to learn, not just to pass an examination. You need to learn, you need to experience it, the learning part of it. We have excellent infrastructure. We'll provide you all those things. They have everything is there. మా వెబ్సైట్లో ఇన్ఫ్రాస్ట్రక్చర్ ఫొటోస్ అన్నీ ఉన్నాయి, మీరు ఎవరైనా వెళ్ళి చూడొచ్చు కూడా. అండ్ వీ హ్యావ్ ద wherewithal. We'll keep on getting experts like this and make you enlightened on programs like this. So opportunities, a galore of them. There is no dearth for opportunities as far as these courses are concerned. So we conclude this session with this, thanking all the guests who have come here very profoundly. Thank you very much, sir, and thank you very much, sir, and thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, Murty.
Thanks for
Thank you.